Welcome to Transform Limiting Beliefs into Inspired Action. Are you ready for a powerful weekend? Let me see some enthusiasm in your bodies. Turn your cameras on if they're not yet on so I can see your radiant, luminous, smiling faces. Hello, Elka's in the house, guys in the house. Carol, wonderful to see you. Diane, so awesome to be with you. Marie, Kathleen, everyone, welcome. Welcome. So today and this weekend, we are going to explore, we're going to dive deep to uncover what have been the beliefs at the most subconscious, unconscious level that have been driving your results and your life. And before we dive in, let's get these chats going. How about you share where in the world are you right now? Let's put that in the chats. And it is an honor, a joy to be here with each and every one of you. Hey, it's Saturday morning. It's bright and early in the Pacific, and we are here. And you being here right now, Robert, so wonderful to see you. Brad, Luisa, so awesome to be with you. Mina, you being here is a testament. It presupposes that you are ready, that you are unwilling to settle. Who's with me? Unwilling to settle for less than who and what you are truly capable of. And you being here is a sign that you are ready to quantum leap into the next stage of your success, your creativity, your results, and your evolution. So I honor each and every one of you from the depth of my heart and soul. It is a joy to be here with you. And we've got a jam-packed weekend prepared for you. So who's already got a sense of which limiting beliefs? Allie, I'm so happy to see you. Who's already got a sense of which limiting beliefs they're ready to bring out of the shadows and into the light to alchemize? Lydia's raising her hand. I love that word, alchemize. Alchemy, it's the transmutation of anything that feels like lead. Who's got something in their life that feels like lead? Burdensome, heavy, dark, dense. It's about bringing that out of the unconscious and shining the light of our highest intuitive wisdom, shining a light that allows you to gather insights, learnings, distinctions right here and right now this weekend. Distinctions that once integrated create the conditions to naturally dissolve that which is in alignment with your true essence, that which is not in alignment with your highest purpose, that which is not in alignment with your highest destiny. Lupe, I'm so happy to see you. And in the space, who's ready to have more space in their life? What are you going to do with all the extra time and space once you've been liberated of those old beliefs? Step into new empowering ones. So every result that you're experiencing in life, personally, professionally, in your finances, in your relationships, in your health and vitality, in your body, the results that we're currently experiencing are reflecting back to us our beliefs. How many of you prior to this moment, and why do I say prior to this moment? Because this is a brand new moment. This is a new beginning, okay? How many of you prior to this moment had a certain area in your life or in your business where you felt blocked or stuck or plateaued, where it's like you can see that there's another possibility, but it feels like there's something that has not allowed you to embody the fullness of that in the past? Who's had that? Or perhaps plateaued, like you feel like you've reached a certain level, maybe you're comfortable. Anybody got some comfortable going on? So I assure you that the results are reflecting back your beliefs. So we're gonna explore and we're going to guide you experientially to transform them. So before I dive in, I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces and I'm seeing some new faces. How many of you are experiencing a training with me for the very first time today? Let's take a look by show of hands. Awesome. Those of you that are here for the first time, welcome. Honored to be with you. And how many of you have been with me before? You've had huge breakthroughs. You're like, I'm back for more. Let's take a look. So know that wherever you are right now, you're in the perfect place to receive the biggest breakthroughs. So I'll start with sharing a little bit of a story since there are some people here for the first time. And I wrote about this in my book. You guys have seen my book, Supreme Influence. The book starts where I share here, and I'm going to brought some slides as well, that at 15 years old, I embarked on a quest for freedom, truth, and enlightenment, except back then I called it running away from home. I was so frustrated. How many of you been there where you're like so frustrated at your results, so frustrated at what's going on, but you know inside, I knew inside I was destined for more than what was showing up. Who's been there or who's there now? So I started searching, I started reading, I started looking for answers. And by the time I was 19, I had the honor of working with a gentleman some of you may be aware of. How many of you are familiar with Tony Robbins? Okay. So at 19 years old, I went on the road with Tony Robbins and I became Tony's top trainer. I broke all the records in that company. I traveled over a 5-year period. I lived in 16 different cities over 5 years. And my job at the time was to go do introductory presentations to corporations and invite them to come to Tony's big events. Now, how many of you in the past, I always say the past because we're in a brand new moment. How many of you have had fear around or limiting beliefs around things like presenting on stages? Anybody ever had that? Anybody would love to present on stage, but maybe there's been a little doubt or a little fear? How about sales or enrollment? How important is enrollment and sales to success in your business? How many of you have had doubts in that area or fears or limiting beliefs? So as I was preparing for today's training, I really thought about what was it in the early days for me that allowed me to break records that to this day have been unbeatable, which is shocking to think about because now we've got AI, right? We've got social media, we've got all these things. How is that even possible? And as I sat there in contemplation and really preparing for you, I tuned into a belief that I integrated at a very young age. And a question that I would ask myself that reflected that belief. And the question that I would ask is, how may I serve? 19 years old, how may I serve? How may I serve? Now, how many, and tell me in the chats, because this is my early beginnings, was in the conversation of sales. What are some beliefs that people have about sales? Put them in the chats. Or what are some limiting beliefs? What if you believed, Roberta says terror, okay. What if you believe that selling, you're a shark? Okay, there you go. They don't have the money. Salespeople are sleazy. How many of you have heard things like that? So if someone has this belief, is that going to influence how they show up, how they communicate? So my belief at 19 years old that sparked my journey was that selling is service. I am here to serve. So when I would show up, and believe me, who's gotten some rejection going on and you got some beliefs around rejection? You're like, okay, I'm going to move away from that. But what about if your belief was, I'm here to serve, I'm here to give. I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to make an impact. And if someone is rejecting you, it's that they don't have enough information yet. They don't understand yet. Do you think that would impact how you show up? So a belief I had in the early days that really sparked my journey was a belief in the power of enrollment. That in life, there are continual enrollment conversations happening. And that these enrollment conversations, either someone's going to enroll you into the limitation or you can enroll into the possibility. So there's always a different perspective. So as I share these slides, how many of you are visual and you love having the slides? Some of the pictures from the past. So I put together a few slides. So here I am at 19 with Tony. Those are the questions I asked. How may I serve? Selling is equals serving. And then I remember at this age, it was so heartfelt because I would sit in the audience and watch him guide these transformational experiences. And at the end of the trainings, he would share a story about his life coming full circle. And it's very touching to me in my heart because as I think about my own journey, can you all believe it's been, I launched my company in the year 2000. So it's been 24 years this year. I know you can't tell by looking at me, right? So it's been 24 years. And then quantum jump, just a little bit of my background for those of you that are here for the first time, then fast forward to 2019. Now I'm on tour with Tony Robbins all over Canada and every major marketplace. How many of us met when I was on tour with Tony in Canada? I'm curious by show of hands. Awesome. So as I sit here and I think of what are the beliefs that have empowered me in this area. So I believe that I am divinely guided. How many of you would love to have a belief? And I'm going to share with you some of my personal beliefs. They may resonate with you or not. I'm going to be guiding you to uncover your own empowering beliefs that resonate with you. Would it be okay though if I shared with you some of my empowering beliefs that have really fueled my journey at a very deep, soulful level? So I believe I'm divinely guided. I believe I'm one with God. I believe I'm here to serve. So like as I show up to like a big event, doesn't matter if there's 10,000 people in the room. There's a transcendence of fear because I believe that the same life force that's beating my heart is beating your heart. The same life force that's breathing me is breathing you. We are all one people on this planet. So do you think that would shift somebody's approach if they believed that in their business and knew that? I mean, we use the word belief, but it's really like a knowing. So let's dive in to what are some of the beliefs for you? What are some empowering beliefs? How many of you can already tune in to empowering beliefs that you would like to have? How about this belief? Discipline equals freedom. Is that an empowering belief? Some people think, oh, discipline means I'm all blocked up. So, no, discipline equals freedom. When I discipline myself, I have the freedom to live my most epic life. How about if you believed that within the greatest challenges are the greatest gifts? What if you believe that when you're struggling, you're about to have a breakthrough? When you're challenged, you're about to have a new learning, a new insight, a new realization. Would that shift? You know, I'm thinking about, I was recently reading, do y'all know who Ray Dalio is? He's one of the most successful investors in the world. And he actually created the founder of the most successful hedge fund in the world. And he talks about struggling well. Struggling well. He's like, and what he means by that is that when you're having a struggle, if you have the right attitude about it, where you realize that within that struggle, you're going to gather a learning that can then become a new guiding principle that will then inform wise decision-making moving forward. That all of a sudden becomes empowering rather than being collapsing under the problem of, oh my gosh, the despair of this problem. You rise to the occasion, right, Yasmin? Rise into the occasion. So what about if you believed, how many of you in the past can tell that you've maybe had some limiting beliefs around money? I mean, finish this statement. And I want you to finish it in any way that comes to mind. Just give me the first answer that comes to mind and put it in the chats. I want to see everybody get those chats active. If I was to make this statement and you were to finish it with the first answer that comes to mind, and you could give me anything, this first answer that comes to mind is, money is the root of all. Problems, evil, freedom. Okay, there we go. Evil. Now, here's the deal. I said, give me any answer you want. Just give me the first answer that comes to mind. And I asked this question. And somewhere in the archives of the unconscious mind, in a realm of infinite possibilities, right? Because I said, give me any answer that comes to mind. You know, give me any answer you want, just the first one that comes to mind. The word evil comes up. Isn't that something to get curious about? Now, we all know that's not true. And by the way, if you even think about the original quote, that's not what it even said. But if at an unconscious level, there is something that links money to evil, as an example, do you think that would impact your creative power, your flow, your action? A little bit or a lot of it? Angelica, I'm happy to see you. Absolutely. What if you believe money is energy? I'll tell you what I believe. That's what I believe about money. It's energy. It's an extension, expression of value. I believe when I create value, the universe reciprocates with money. Now, there's strategy involved and things of that nature, of course. But how many of you can tell that in the past, because we're in a brand new moment, maybe you've had some limiting beliefs around money and you're ready to alchemize them. You're ready to transform them this weekend. Yes? So how about if you believe that there's always a way? There's always a way when I'm committed. I'm going to improvise, adapt, and overcome. So beliefs drive our actions. And one of the things about life is that, how many of you believe, I'm talking about beliefs, that we live in a universe, we live in a field of infinite possibilities? Who believes that there are infinite possibilities right now? Infinite possibilities for your creation, infinite possibilities for your contribution, infinite possibilities of what how you can relate and create and collaborate in the world. Infinite possibilities for collaboration, right? Collaboration is one of the most powerful gifts in in business, it's not just in business, in your contribution. So we live in a field of infinite possibilities. The challenge is that our brain and our nervous system cannot take in infinite possibilities. It's too much information. It would be like trying to download the internet all at once. So what we do all day long, and we all do it, and for some of you that have been with me, this is going to be a quick review. I'm going to give you this review here. I'm going to put up this slide here for just 1 second. Is that we live in a field of infinite possibilities, and our neurology, our brain, our nervous system can't take infinite possibilities. It would be like trying to download the entire internet at once. So what we do all day long, and I'll show you a diagram of it, and those of you that have been with me, you can put it in the chats as a review, is as you look at this diagram, this represents you, and the dots represent the field of infinite possibilities. There's success, there's prosperity, there's money, there's wealth, there's abundance, there's love, there's joy, there's peace, there's creativity, there's collaboration, there's joint venture partnerships, there's contribution, and there's the opposite. There's broke, struggle, despair, right? Infinite possibilities. So our nervous system can't take in all of that. So what we do all day long, as we look through the field of infinite possibilities, we end up seeing through a frame of mind. As we look through infinite possibilities is pure awareness. Pure awareness, your capacity to notice, which is expansive. But what happens is, and I'm going to talk to you about the root of this, or what causes this, is that they're beliefs. Beliefs about, not just beliefs about all these things, even beliefs about ourselves, and identity, values, that cause us to look out through the field of infinite possibilities and do 3 things. Who's got them in the chats? If you little review for those of you that have been with me, we delete information. We actually delete information, we distort information, and we make generalizations about reality, and this is revealed in our language. So as you get that diagram that I just showed you, you realize that people do not respond to reality, they respond to their map of reality. And the map is not the territory. I'm in Colorado right now. If I took out a map of Colorado, guys in Colorado, if I took out a map of Colorado right now and I gave it to you, is the map true to Colorado? No, the map contains deletions. The map contains distortions. The map contains generalizations, right? It's like things may be larger than they appear. Well, so it is with us. So here's the awesome news. Is if there's something that you're genuinely desiring. I believe in the power of a cultivated desire. A cultivated desire fuels your growth, inspires the next stage of your action. Okay. So the awesome news is that desire is a spark of a new beginning. And what happens often, and the key, actually, let me say it this way, the key to merging with your desires, meaning the key to embodying that which you intend to create, experience, accomplish, achieve, is updating your map. This map right here, it's updating this map. Because what you're seeing here, what you're seeing out here is reflecting back to you what's in here. But a lot of people are resisting what's out there. I do want this, I don't want that, rather than looking within. So I honor you because you're here on a Saturday morning, which means I'm looking within. Who's ready to update their map? Elevate the map to a higher standard, to a higher level of excellence, to a higher possibility, yes? Awesome. Now, one of the keys to updating your map is to realize that there is a formula for our state of mind. And your state influences everything. Your state influences what you perceive. Has anybody ever been intrigued at how two people can be in a similar environment, similar opportunity, and one person complains, judges, and gives all the reasons why results aren't happening, and the other person in that same environment uses it as fuel, like, I'm never going to experience that again, boom, and off they go into accomplishing something extraordinary. What's the difference? You can tell me in the chats. What's the difference that makes the difference? Definitely action, okay? What fuels the action, though? Because a lot of people know what to do to make more money, be stronger, healthier, more vital, more fit, more loving, more compassionate. But are they doing what they know? This is your state. What if I shared with you that there is a formula, there is a recipe for state mastery? Do you want it? Where's the enthusiasm in the room? Let me see. Jennifer von Stauffenberg's in the house. I love it. Awesome. So there's a formula for your state. Let me go through this slide here so you get a visual of it. Okay. So we are looking, let me go back here. We're looking out in this field of infinite possibilities. Whether we see problem or possibility is influenced by our state. Our state. And there's ingredients to state. The first one is your physiology. And your physiology influences your beliefs. If someone walks in the room, can you tell if they mean business or not just by looking at their body? Can you tell if they're open and receptive or closed by looking at their body? I remember Tony used to say to me, motion creates emotion. So I'll give you an example right now. Sit up tall and sit on the edge of your seat as if you believed that the next thing that I was going to say was going to land in your world in a way that sparked the ultimate breakthrough. This is the purpose of why you arrived, and it's happening right now. So sit on the edge of your seat as if you knew that was about to happen, like you are ready. So how would life show up if your physiology was open, available, aware, and ready? Would that make a difference than being closed off? Open, aware, available, and ready. Who wants to live life ready? Ready for anything? This has to do with your beliefs. So that first ingredient is your physiology. So to support the transformational experience that is happening this weekend, Doña, I'm going to invite you to activate your physiology in the physiology of open, available, curious, ready. Because that physiology is going to support the transformational technique of alchemizing, transforming a belief. So this is not just in the head. We're not just talking about, thoughts. It's in your nervous system. It's embodied at a cellular level. So are you ready to play full out with your body? Say yes. Awesome. So you want to be on the edge of your seat like this. You want to be open, literally feel your heart open. How many of you have ever seen someone walk and you can tell their shoulders are closed in? You can see that their shoulders are that's indicating thoughts that they had frequented in the past. So the first ingredient is your physiology. The next ingredient, let me pull out the slides, is your language. Your language, the words that you say, and it's not just the words you say to others, the words you say to yourself. That little voice inside your head. Who knows what I'm talking about? Some of you going, what voice? That one. Okay, that voice. That voice has power. So language. So one of the things that I'm going to invite you to do is be mindful. Be aware of your language. If you catch yourself saying something that contradicts your empowering belief, you immediately interrupt that and go, not true. That's the old me. That's false. So if the little voice goes, oh my gosh, what if I'm not good enough too? You immediately go, false, BS, not true, outdated, lies. Got that? So language is so important. Plus, I've got something exciting. We haven't even announced it yet. You're going to be the first to know, but I'm going to give you the date because it's going to build on this. Put the date July 2nd down, because on July 2nd, I'm going to guide a training similar to this on the language part. So it's going to align for momentum, okay, under the communication. So we want to align our language with these values. The next ingredient is your beliefs. And they all go together, because how many of you could see that limiting beliefs have a language? What if it doesn't work? What if I can't do it? I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm not smart enough. I don't have the skills. It's hard to make money doing what I love. These are examples of language that are reflecting beliefs. Now, here's the awesome thing. When you align your physiology, everybody keep your eyes on your physiology, okay? I'm going to lovingly remind you, when your physiology is open, available, aware, okay, ready, receptive, and your language is aligned, this supports the alignment of your new empowering beliefs. And what that does is it influences your focus. It influences your focus. So rather than focusing on the problem, you shift the focus into possibility, into opportunity, into learning, growth. And whatever you focus on expands. The next and the center, in the center is your identity. The most essential beliefs, my dear beloved friends, are the beliefs you have about yourself. In your quiet moments with you and you, like when nobody's around, you're not trying to look good or not look bad. You didn't send your representative. Does anybody know what I mean? You didn't send the representative. It's like you're being fully authentic who you are. And by the way, I want you to know all of you is welcome in this space, okay? I want you to bring the fullness of it. So you don't have to bring the representative, all of you, the light, the shadow, it is all welcome. Actually, one of the things that we say in our advanced courses is that there's no failure, only feedback. That's a powerful belief, isn't there? That, hey, it's not failure, it's feedback. Feedback about what works. Feedback about what doesn't, a new learning. Now, if you keep repeating the same mistake over and over again, you didn't learn, that could lead to failure, okay? But the moment that you have something that didn't work, you go, oh, wow, that's feedback. So I want you to know, as we go into this guided process, which I'm about to guide you through in a moment, not just yet, bring the light, the shadow, bring all of it. All of you is welcome in divine love, okay? Even the parts that you didn't want anybody to see. Who knows what I'm talking about with that, okay? So as you allow that to happen, this creates the space for significant breakthroughs. And what will happen as you go through this transformational experience and continue the journey is your identity evolves. The next level of your becoming, who you are destined to become, the highest light that is you, the highest light that is you within all creation, you living on the frontier of your purpose in this life. And discovering that, for those of you that are still in the discovery process, which it's all beautiful. Who's in that place where you're like, I'm ready to discover, and if you have discovered, embody the next stage of your purpose, your unique expression. You know what? There's no one on earth like you. You got that, right? You are like one of a kind Marvel miracle. That's who you are. There is nobody like you. So it's about really owning that. How many of you would love to believe that at a different level, in a way that sparks your creation, your success, your contribution, your purpose? There you go. Like, raise your hand. Hey, you raising your hand is a signal to God, to the universe. Like, I am here Saturday morning, baby, and I'm ready. I'm ready for a breakthrough. I'm ready for a new beginning. I'm ready to quantum leap. I'm ready to embody the heights of my unique expression, the heights that I'm destined for. So here's what's happening in our transformational weekend is we're going to uncover one limiting belief. We're going to focus on one, okay? And then afterwards, I'll share with you how you can practice these techniques and more to transform any limiting belief. In this weekend, I'm going to invite you to focus on what is one context specific, like it shows up in my relationships or shows up in my finances or shows up in my business. What is one context specific limiting belief that's been showing up that does not serve you? It blocks your light. It blocks your progress. It eclipses your momentum. And you're ready to bring it out of the clouds and into the light, the luminous light, to transform it into an empowering belief. That's what's going to happen. Who already knows which one they've got? I asked you that a moment ago. You can put it in the chats real quick. Yes, you are, Jesse. You are a one-of-a-kind miracle, okay? So if you already know what it is, that's awesome. So in this process right now, I'm going to share with you what is a limiting belief. Let's define it so we're on the same page. We're going to share what's a limiting belief. Why is it important to transform them? Why? The reason why is because everything that manifests as a result is fueled by a belief. And if there's something that I believe I said this a moment ago, if there's something that you want more of, or you feel blocked, or something that, it's like you haven't been able to merge with that or embody that yet, I assure you, any and every block you've had has its root and its seed in a belief. And that belief, I brought my frame, that belief is a frame of mind that has boundaries. It has structure. So when you transform your belief, when you elevate your belief, when you enrich your belief, when you uplift your belief, when you raise your standard on your beliefs, every area of your life rises to match. That's why it is a foundational key to you not only living your best life, but you fulfilling the highest purpose of your existence in this incarnation. That's how essential this is. Is everybody with me on why this is important? I mean, we're here, right? Yes, it's like why. And then I'm going to guide you through the how. Who's like so ready for the how? You're like, okay, guide me through the how. It's like step by step. That's going to happen. And then we're going to explore in light of this new awareness, in light of this expanded awareness. That's what's going to happen here. By the end of tomorrow, you're going to feel a sense of expansion, which, by the way, is your natural essence. One way to tell if there's a limiting belief or an empowering belief is empowering beliefs are expansive. Limiting beliefs contract. So here's what we're going to be focused on today, and so much. This is just a brief overview. We're going to uncover one limiting belief, context specific, that you are ready to transform, and I'm going to guide you through this today and tomorrow. I'm going to illuminate for you the distinctions between the conscious and subconscious mind, because often someone consciously wants something. I want to make more money. I want to start my own business. I want to write a book. I want to be an amazing, juicy, true love partnership. But subconsciously, there's something that holds them back. Who can relate to the feeling of taking one step forward, two step backwards? So we're going to uncover that. If there's a one step forward, two step backward, or who can relate to the notion of sabotage, self-sabotage? Anybody experienced that in the past? What's really happening there is that the conscious mind wants something, but in the subconscious, there's a different program. There's a different belief that is fueling those actions. Then I'm going to give you a brief overview of the science of NLP, the powerful transformational body of work known as NLP. Those of you that have been with me for a while know that NLP stands for what? You can put in the chats: neuro-linguistic programming. Neuro being our thoughts, linguistic our language, and programming our behaviors. And one of the things that NLP teaches us is that we have been programmed. We'll talk about that. The awesome news is we can reprogram ourselves. Who's ready for formulas to reprogram ourselves? So I'm going to guide you through the transformational process. And also, so you know, our company is an institute and an academy of neuro-linguistic programming and also of hypnotherapy. and we guide global certification in these disciplines recognized by prestigious boards from around the world. A lot of people don't come to us for that purpose. They come to us for their personal transformation. And how many of you are here not only for your own transformation, you're here to evolve in how you support others in their transformation? Okay, awesome. So for those of you that are coaches, that are guides, that are mentors, business owners, whatever that may be, this is also going to support you in how you work with others. Then I'm going to guide you through a life-changing transformational technique to release a limiting belief and step into a new empowering belief. So you want to make sure you're at all sessions all the way to completion. Then I'm going to tomorrow, I want to make sure we're tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to build on today. Tomorrow, I'm going to be guiding you through a powerful guided visualization activation meditation. We're going to have different ones in the main room, and then we're going to have advanced ones in the VIP room, so that you experience the unification of you with your highest self, your future empowered self that is already living the embodiment of your empowering beliefs. And all of this is going to support you in rising to your next level of success and fulfillment. And then we also have awesome prizes that we're going to be bringing in. So here's a couple suggestions just to maximize, especially when we get to the transformational technique. You want to lean in, like we said, get curious, commit to each of the sessions to be focused. Okay. Multitasking is not the highest choice. Who's with me? Okay. To maximize this experience, you don't want to be multitasking with 3 different things. You want to bring all of you to this conversation, all of your energy, all of your attention, all of your focus, all of your commitment. Say yes. And that focus and that attention is also presupposing significant breakthroughs. And trust the process. I've been guiding this for a quarter century. So it's designed to guide you to breakthrough. So we're going to go step by step together. So trust the process. And the other thing is play full out. As we go through these experiences, some of you are going to have breakthroughs. Now, because our sessions are 90 minutes for the main session, followed by 90 minutes for the VIP, we're not going to have as much time in the main sessions to share breakthroughs the way we normally do in our advanced courses, which are multi-day events. But I do want you to honor breakthroughs. How many of you can see the gong here? We've got the gong. This is our breakthrough gong. Okay, we really, not usually, but we have a lot of fun celebrating breakthroughs. What I'm going to invite everyone to do, though, how many of you have already started having some aha moments? Okay, you're like, oh, yeah, that's an insight. That's a new awareness. So what I'm going to invite you to do in owning these aha moments is everyone put a big capital B in the chats, or a B with an exclamation point. So B with an exclamation point, that means breakthrough. So when you experience those aha moments and breakthroughs, just put a B, there you go, with an exclamation point. Cynthia, so good to be with you. And that's going to be a signal, and not only to us, it's a signal to your own subconscious mind that breakthroughs are happening. Okay. So before we continue, how are we doing? Let's do a quick check-in, because is my energy a little too high for you, or you like it? Okay, I was like, came in ready to go. It's a lot to cover in 90 minutes. Awesome. So lean in, and remember, there's no failure, only feedback. So what are limiting beliefs? What are limiting beliefs? Let's explore. Okay. And by the way, did everyone print? We created a power practice for you. Was that cool? You guys got some contemplation questions to prepare for your transformational experience right here. Okay. So one of the first question is, what's one limiting belief that you have that you wish you didn't have? Who filled it out already in the PDF? Awesome. Look at you all. High five. Great job, Tina. I love it. Okay. So let's talk about what they are. So those of you that love the definitions, instead of a definition, I gave you the specific criteria of what limiting beliefs are. They are contractions in consciousness. So our consciousness is expansive. Our awareness is expansive. Our highest self is expansive. When there's a limiting belief, there's a term in Sanskrit called kleshas. And kleshas in Sanskrit means the obstructions, the obstacles. They are obstacles to enlightenment. They are obstacles to doing our best work, obstacles to success and fulfillment. And the way they manifest is it's like an obstruction. So imagine this, if all of a sudden awareness is vast and something happens. We're going to talk about that. Often these beliefs are coded in the early stages of childhood, in the imprinting stages of childhood, in a beautiful, how many of you seen a baby, wide open, expansive consciousness, right? And then something happens that causes that child to shrink, to close down, to feel fear, to feel scared. So what is happening is the consciousness is contracting. Who can relate to what I'm saying? Now, when consciousness contracts, wisdom cannot shine through. The wisdom that is your inheritance, the wisdom that is inherent even within our own cells, the wisdom of nature. Wisdom cannot shine through. So contractions are a place where wisdom is blocked, where energy is blocked, where love is blocked. So the awesome thing is what happens is I guide you through this process of releasing a limiting belief. That area expands into a whole new possibility. Okay. So limiting beliefs are blind spots that influence our decisions. I talked about Ray Dalio a moment ago because he's been so successful. And if you look at his story, it was his greatest failures that caused him to focus on transforming failures into guiding principles for wise decision making. And that was a game changer. That's a reframe on a limiting belief. And he talks about how the biggest blocks that people have are blind spots. So limiting beliefs are blind spots. The moment that you bring awareness into that, it begins to transform. So there's states of mind that block you. There are thoughts that constrain our actions. They constrain. I can't do that. I don't know how. It's not possible. I'll let somebody else do it. They're a false narrative. That's why if you ever catch yourself saying one, you need to call it out. Go false, lies, not true. False narrative about what you can or cannot do. They act as invisible chains. How many of you got our newsletter this morning? I told a story that breaks my heart. It's the story about a baby elephant. And this is true. Like they take these baby elephants, and you saw this many, many years ago at the circus, and I'm an animal lover. So these type of stories are very, they're heavy in my heart. They take this baby elephant and they tie a chain around it, and the baby elephant tries with all its might to break free, and he cannot break free. And then he just accepts that this is his life, accepts a life of slavery. Okay. And then as the baby elephant grows up and becomes strong and powerful elephant, they replace the chain with a rope, but the mind has already accepted that constraint. So even though the elephant has the power to totally break free, it doesn't even try anymore. Who's had those experiences in a certain area in the past where it's like you could tell you're like holding back before the opportunity even begins? You're already holding back. The opportunity hasn't even started. Who's had that back then? Why do I keep saying back then? Because I want us all to really remember that I'm honoring you in this brand new moment. Jennifer in the house. Paula, so good to see you. Okay. So they are acting as invisible chains. Are you ready to let go of invisible chains? To walk the path of liberation? They are often, here's a big one, they're often unconscious. You don't even realize that they're there. You just know they're there through the awareness of this teaching by the results showing up. How many of you look at your bank account and you go, there must be a limiting belief somewhere? or who's looking at their body going, perhaps there might be a limiting belief that is, and hey, you know what? Let's love each other through it. What do you say? Love yourself through it. Okay, that's a big piece of it, is I'm gonna accept where I am with gratitude as I rise to the next level. Okay. So limiting beliefs can be about yourself. They can be about money. They can be about time. I don't have enough time. They can be about people. Okay. We're seeing this right now play out on the world stage. There is a lot of division happening on the planet. And it is happening because people are having beliefs. And the media is fueling those beliefs. Why it's important for us to unplug or to have discernment when we do plug. There's beliefs about success. There's beliefs about the world. There's beliefs about what's possible. There's all kinds of beliefs. So if I was to ask you this question, and you can put it in the chats, is what is one belief that is context specific that you have that you wish you didn't have? And as you think of that belief right now, you can put it in the chats in just one or two words. And as you think of that belief, let me ask you this. How many of you can think of a belief that you have you wish you didn't have? Raise your hands if you've already got one. As you think of that belief, do you have a picture? So just tune into that picture for a moment. Do you have a feeling? Is there a feeling? Where is the feeling? Point to it. Okay. So how about the pictures, and in color, black and white, or near or far? Are you in the picture like you're looking out through your own eyes, or are you seeing it like a photograph? How many of you can recognize that a limiting belief has structure, that has sensory qualities? There's sensory qualities to it. It's in your neurology. You can feel the sensory qualities. There might be pictures. There may be sounds. Okay, so now clear the screen for a moment. Clear the screen, everybody. So now what would you like to believe instead? What's a new empowering belief that you would like to believe instead? And you can put that in the chats. Okay. Brendan says sales is fun. Okay. Hey, sales is an opportunity to meet a lot of people. I could do anything. I can do anything I commit to. There's always a way when I'm committed. Okay. So as you think of the new empowering belief that you would like to have instead, tune in. Do you have a picture? Is there a feeling? Are there any sounds? So how easily can you sense that there is a structure to the new empowering belief? Now, here's the thing. When someone is totally embodied in their empowering belief, it's like the feeling is right here, right now. It's in my body. It's happening. I can see it, hear it, feel it. Sometimes someone wants a belief. They haven't integrated it yet. If they want the belief, it might be further removed than someone that's embodying it and living it. Is that making logical sense? So what's happening is a person that is embodying an empowering belief has a different sensory experience that you can model. You can model it. You can elicit what's working and then model that to integrate those empowering beliefs and empowering states into your own experience. I'm going to guide you through it. Okay. So here's some examples of limiting beliefs, just to make sure everybody's got one. I'm not good at blank. I'm not good at public speaking. I'm not good at writing. I'm not good with numbers. Today, I'm going to guide you to focus on one context-specific limiting belief for us to transform into inspired action. Tomorrow, I'm going to share with you how the root of limiting beliefs are stored, the root of it. How many of you would love to know the root cause of limiting beliefs? Like the very first time limiting beliefs were ever encoded in your experience of reality. And I assure you, it was before the age of 5 or 6. Now, we have different techniques. The awesome news is that there's different techniques to transform limiting beliefs. So today we're going to do one technique. And then tomorrow I'm going to show you how you can release a limiting belief at the root cause level. And those are beliefs that are even deeper, like I'm not good enough is one example. I'm not enough. I don't deserve it. So now I'm going to ask you this. Does everybody have their one belief? Yes, give me a thumbs up, because by now we want to make sure everybody's got one. Put it in the chats. And remember, there's no failure, only feedback. There's pure love. And all of you is welcome. All of you is received with unconditional love. So if you were to say the old limiting belief that you're ready to do for the very last time today, what is it? Okay. So I'm not good at business. Okay. So instead of I'm not good enough, Yasmin, maybe find one that's context specific. So today we focus on context specific, and tomorrow I could show you how to go all the way to the root of a belief, like I'm not good enough. Okay. So has everybody got something to work with? Yes. Thumbs up. I got something to work with. All right. So here's the first question I have. Are you ready to let go of that limiting belief right here and right now? And to be fully aware of it consciously, yes or no? Put it in the chats. Angelica's like, I'm ready, with all caps and a lot of exclamation points. Okay, awesome. High five. You could have some water to prepare the body temple for liberation, right? Okay, so here's my next question, because I asked you ready to let it go. You all said yes. Here's the next question. Does any part of you object? Does any part of you object? Okay. Some are saying no, no, no. If you say yes for today's session, pick a belief where you're ready to go. Okay. Let me share with you why. And I'm going to go into this even deeper tomorrow. There's something called, and let me pull up the slide. There's something called secondary gain. So secondary gain is when a person is holding on to an old belief or an old pattern or an old mindset, because they are at an unconscious level, they are linking some form of benefit. So we have a conscious mind and we have a subconscious and unconscious mind, okay? So subconscious is beneath our conscious awareness. Often a person consciously wants something, but subconsciously something is holding them back. If a person consciously wants to let go of a limiting belief, but subconsciously something is holding them back, there's a term for that in NLP, in neuro-linguistic programming. The term for that is secondary gain. Secondary gain means the subconscious mind is getting a benefit to holding on to an old pattern that does not serve you. I'll give you the most common examples. Is a person is holding on to a limiting belief because at a subconscious level, they believe it protects them. It keeps them safe. So it's like, you know what? I'm not going to put myself out there because at a deeper level, I'm safe and protected. Or I'm not going to open my heart because if I do, love equals pain. So they end up taking actions for protection. Here's the awesome news. The moment that your subconscious mind gets that there's a new, better way, it releases the old limiting belief. So I will give you an example right now of how to transcend secondary gain. So who's got a belief that you'd like to do for the very last time? Like this weekend, like this is the last time. Okay. And I'm going to ask again, and I'm going to ask a few times because we're priming the pump for a transformational process. Are you ready to let it go? Right here, right now, within every cell of your being. Yes or no? Come on the edge of your seat, playful out. You ready to let it go? Yes or no? Does any part of you object? Who's like a full-on yes? I'm ready to let it go. Let's get to the process right now. I'm like ready. Okay. Awesome. High five. Who's in a place where they say, well, I'd like to let it go, but I can sense that there's a part of me that's been holding on? Who's in that place? Let me take a look. So Tina, would you unmute yourself for a moment? And you want to come up with me? Give Tina some love. Awesome, Tina. Okay. Make sure I can see Tina closely. Team's going to pin you. Okay. So Tina. Yep. What is the limiting belief that you're ready to do for the last time?
I can't do it. Specifically in the context of career, business.
Okay. So as you think of that belief, is there a picture? Do you have a picture?
No, it's more of a feeling.
Okay, point to the feeling. Where is it?
In my stomach and also up here in my chest
Okay, so we can begin
and
to see
shoulder.
it. And in your shoulder. Okay, awesome. So there's a sensory experience. So are you ready to let it go?
I am.
Does any part of you object?
Yes.
Okay. Can I speak into that?
Yes.
Okay. So what has it given you in the past to have that old belief? Like, what is the highest positive intention of that old belief for your life?
It's a protection, keeping me safe.
Okay. And when you feel that protection where you know that you're safe, what does that give you to know that you're safe? At the highest level, it gives you a sense of what?
Love.
Okay, there you go. Awesome, Tina. So when you know that you're safe, protected, and you feel that sense of love, what does love ultimately bring into your life?
Peace, freedom.
There you go. Okay, love, peace, freedom. And when you're living with love and you're living with peace and you're experiencing that freedom, what does that give you?
Joy.
There you go, joy. And when you're feeling joy, like you're feeling joy in your body and just feeling the frequency, there you go. And you're breathing in joy and you're feeling that love, that peace, that joy, and you're breathing that in. What does that give you at the highest level?
Purpose.
There you go. And now you're in that purpose. It's like infused with the purpose, feeling the joy in your body and breathing. There you go, breathing that in. And that love and that peace and that purpose, and you're living in the embodiment of that. What does that ultimately give you at the highest level? Yeah, breathe that in. It gives you a sense of
The love extended to others.
oh, there you go. And now as you feel that extension of that love to others, and that purpose and that joy, and you breathe that in, what does that ultimately give you? That extension.
It's a unity, being whole, being part of the whole.
Part of the whole, being whole. And when you're living in the wholeness, in the unity, what does that bring into your life as you breathe that in, feeling it in every cell? What does that give you?
Come back to that sense of peace. It's peace.
There you go. So Tina, as you breathe into this peace, this unity, this whole, this purpose, this love, this peace, what if you could experience all of this in a brand new way that honors you? A brand new way that works for you? Then would it be okay fully and completely to let go of that old limiting belief right here and right now and to step into a new empowering belief?
Yes.
Awesome. To breathe that in. Ah, yeah. Would any part of you object?
No.
No way. Give Tina some love. You are ready. Step into the fullness of that. Give her some love. How many of you could see her breathing in a new possibility in that moment? How many of you could see that even before the process, her state has already begun to shift? The sensory experience has already begun to elevate, to open, to transform. Who can see that? So that process that I just guided Tina through is an NLP process that is called transcending secondary gain. Transcending secondary gain. So what I'm going to invite you for today's session is pick a limiting belief that you have that you wish you didn't have, that you're ready to let go of, where there's no secondary gain. And then tomorrow morning, we can revisit and have a debrief, and I will continue guiding anyone who may have secondary gain on a different belief. I will guide you through that tomorrow morning. How does that sound? So the thing is that if there's secondary gain, the subconscious mind is trying to protect itself. That's what creates the contraction. The moment that the subconscious mind opens to the awareness of a new, better way, a new possibility, and it's safe in light of this expansion, that creates the portal of rapid transformation. Transformation with velocity. Velocity is speed and precision. Why is there velocity, my dear beloved friends? It's because it's an attunement with who you are. And the limiting belief was the falsehood. I'm not giving you something you don't already have. I'm just helping you remove the clouds, remove the shadows, remove the obstructions, remove the false narrative, remove the lies. That's exciting. And then we can see clearly. Who knows the song? I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see. How does it go? All right. So everybody's got one, yes? Now, what's going to happen in a moment is you're going to trade that limiting belief for a new empowering belief. And I'm going to invite you to raise your standards on it. One of the most powerful conversations I had with Tony Robbins when I was 19 years old, he told me to raise my standards. And I was like the top producer breaking all the records. And he looks at me and says, raise my standards. But I got to tell you, that is still so true 25 years later, because you will always manifest, achieve, experience your minimum standard. Your body, your bank account, your relationships, they will live up to your minimum standards. So a big foundation of transformation is I'm going to raise my standards of what's acceptable in my life. You go, you know what? Those things are no longer acceptable. I live at this standard. And that is a belief that I have. So everyone share with me in the chats, what is a belief that you would like to have? What is a new empowering belief that you would like to have instead? You can put that in the chats, because what we're doing here, and it's not just here today, it's in my transformational courses. I guide you through a transformational process. And those of you that are in the VIP, you have these diagrams in your dashboard. So you've got some really cool infographics in your dashboard as a VIP. So this here is the transformational process. I'm about to guide you through a technique. First is we elicit the old map of the world. I'm not good at business. I'm not good with numbers. I can't do this. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm too fat. I'm too blah, 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 whatever that is. We're eliciting the old map of the world. You with me? Thumbs up. That's step one in the transformational process. After we elicit it, we're going to begin to loosen that old model. We're going to loosen it. There's different ways to loosen the old model. Okay, one way to loosen it is to reframe. That's when I gave you the suggestion of calling out these beliefs as false lies. That begins to loosen the model. Another way to loosen the model is a technique called quantum linguistics. One of the reasons why you want to be in the VIP room, as soon as we're done with this session, we'll have like a 5-minute break, and then we're heading over to the VIP room. In the VIP room, which is 90 minutes today, I'm going to have more time to really go deeper and answer questions. The VIP is going to be more interactive with Q&A, questions, and exercises, because we've set the foundation of the main teaching here in the main session, and we've guided a transformational process, and we have more time in the VIP room to go even deeper into how this applies to you personally. So I highly encourage everyone to come into the VIP room. One of the things I'm going to guide in the VIP room today is an exercise called quantum linguistics, which is very powerful to loosen the boundaries of any old belief so that it releases naturally. It's like you don't have to try hard to do it. It's the same thing as you look up at the sun. If there's clouds shining, you don't have to fight the clouds. The moment the clouds dissipate, the light, you are the light of your soul, okay? The light of your unique expression shines through unobstructed. Who's ready to shine? How many of you can tell that there were times in your childhood where you were like ready to shine, and then something happened that caused you to close down? This is releasing it and then installing new empowering beliefs. You want to make sure you're here tomorrow for the full session, because in tomorrow's full session, I'm going to guide one guided visualization activation in the main session. And then we're going to continue that in the VIP session, where I'm going to guide you through an advanced visualization. Then we're going to test our work so that you step into your highest self, your future now, in the context of this limiting belief. Because this is deep work, I'm going to ask you to keep it context specific to one limiting belief specifically, okay? Then this practice can be used across the board for many aspects of your own personal transformation. And let's see. All right, let me grab a couple more slides here. Let me do a quick check-in in the chats. How's everybody doing? Check in the chats. Okay. So, where those chats go? Great, I love it. So one of the things that NLP teaches us is that we have been programmed. How many of you recognize that we've been programmed? Most psychologists agree by the time a child is 8 years old, they've had over 25,000 hours of linguistic programming alone. Words have been downloaded into our mind, influencing our minds with ideas about money, sex, God, what we can and cannot do, different ideas that fuel behavior and drive our life. The awesome news, and I'll show you this slide, is that even though we have been programmed, we are meta-programmable. Here's the deal, we can recognize I'm in a limiting belief and I can step outside of it and observe it. The moment you step outside of it and observe it, like you're observing a movie screen, that in and of itself begins the process of loosening the old map of the world. So a big part of it is stepping outside of it. Who's heard of the science of neuroplasticity? Okay. So neuroplasticity is also known as brain plasticity. And it shows that the neural pathways in our brain the old neural pathways can be interrupted. Let's say if somebody has a neural pathway of doubt, fear, limitation, lack, scarcity, not enoughness, that neural pathway can be interrupted and we can redirect the neural pathway towards gratitude, love, joy, prosperity, possibility, grace, flow, empowerment. Scientists say that neurons that fire together wire together. That's why as we catch ourselves, interrupt the old pattern, refocus our attention, utilize the formula I gave you in the beginning. I'm going to activate my physiology. Everyone, where's your physiology right now? Okay, I'm going to activate my physiology. I'm going to be on that edge of my seat. This creates the conditions for breakthroughs. So in a moment, I'm going to guide you through a very powerful process. One of the foundational pieces in this process is to recognize that in any given moment, you are experiencing reality through a perceptual position. In NLP, they talk about 3 primary perceptual positions. I teach this in our advanced course, Supreme Influence in Action, SIA, where I go deep into understanding these perceptual positions. So the first perceptual position is called first position. First position is I, me. So when someone is in first position, this is a great place to, set your goals. This is what I want. This is my vision, right? First position. First position can become a problem when someone is anchored in first position in a limiting belief. I don't know how, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough. Any limiting belief, it is likely it's in first position. First position is you're in the experience looking out through your own eyes, you're in it. Now, how easily can you guys just imagine yourself quantum leaping and seeing through the eyes of another? How easily can you guys see yourself right now through my eyes? I'm going to loan you my eyes, okay? How easily can you see how amazing and beautiful you are through my eyes? Can you guys pretend? Pretty easy, right? If you were to see through my eyes right now, you would notice, and it's as easy as pretending. Those of you that have a spouse or you're in a committed relationship, you probably see through their eyes every now and then, yes? To really understand them, right, Michael? It's important. So, and when you see through my eyes, you would see how unique each and every one of you is. Unique, one of a kind marvel, okay? Unique, one of a kind miracle. No one on earth like you. So that's called second position. Second position is you see through the eyes of the other. Second position is super valuable for empathy, for compassion. It can become a problem when people put others' priorities above their own continually, and they're not having self-care. All of a sudden, a possibility can become a problem. I'm going to invite you all to be mindful of your physiology. Okay, I'm like looking around, just reminding you, maximize the experience. And then the third position is the neutral observer. So third position is the neutral observer. I want you to imagine how easily, actually, how about I just guide you through it right now? I was going to teach it, but I think I should just guide you through it. What do you say? I'm going to invite everyone to either stand up or to sit tall in your chair, to just, so you can really go into this guided visualization meditation. And what I'm going to do in a moment is I'm going to put up, let me do this. I'm going to put up a particular screen. And here's what I'm going to invite you to do in a moment. I'm actually going to teach it a little bit and then I'm going to guide you because I want to make sure everybody's got what I'm about to ask them to do. Okay. Everybody shake your body out. Okay, shake your body out. Either sit in your chair in a place of awareness, or you could stand, whichever is most resonates most with you. Everybody's got the old limiting belief. Number one, you got the old limiting belief. Give me a thumbs up. Got the old limiting belief? Okay. Okay. Who's got the new empowering belief that you'd like to have instead? Yes? Okay. Here's the next question. Who is a model of possibility? Before we go into it, hold on. Some of you are already going into meditation. I'm like, woo, I love it. You're like, woo, I'm ready to go. Before we go in, I've got another couple quick questions. Who is a model of possibility for your new empowering belief? Actually, before you even tell me that, put the new empowering belief in the chats. Everyone go ahead and put the new empowering belief in the chats. And as you write it, state it as if it's done. Write it in the affirmative like it is done. Okay, sales is thrilling. Awesome. What's the new empowering belief? I am worthy of wealth. Okay. I can easily and happily manifest my dreams. I love it. I am unstoppable when it comes to success. There you go. Business is easy and fun. I am loved. Okay. Open to hope. Does that make you feel awesome? Is that the best belief that works for you? Is that the one that resonates for you? It might be. Or there might be an even better one. You could ask your highest self, say, is this the most empowering belief or is there an even better one? Okay. I love it. I am running marathons like a boss. So it is. Okay. Does everybody have the new empowering belief? Yes. Here's the next question before I guide you through the transformational process. What is your evidence procedure for the new empowering belief? In other words, what will you see, hear, and feel that lets you know you are living the new empowering belief? What will you see? I'll see myself confidently walking into meetings. I'll see myself picking up the phone with a smile and calling high-level VIPs. I will see myself looking in the mirror, looking back at myself with a smile on my face, looking lean and healthy and strong. What will you see, my friends? Put it in the chats. What will you see? What will you feel? What will you hear that lets you know you are now living the embodiment of these beliefs? I will see more zeros in my bank account. Okay. What will you see? Does everybody have a clear evidence procedure of what you will see, hear, and feel? Yes? Okay, now, who is a model of possibility? Who is someone that you can admire as a model of possibility, that you can see them in your mind, in your mind's eye, living, somebody who has embodied this empowering belief in the context that you're looking at? They don't have to be perfect in every area, but let's say if you're calling in being lean, healthy, vital, fit, my body is a temple. Who is somebody that exemplifies that at a level of excellence? Let's say that what you desire is to live your purpose, making an impact with prosperity. Who do you know that is living that way? They're in their purpose. They're making an impact. They're in prosperity. So the perfect example, and Raphael, I'm happy to be your example. Okay. Who is a model of possibility for you? I love it. John Asseroff. Awesome. Niurka. Okay. You might want to pick one. It's okay if you pick two. For this exercise, you can pick one. Guy's wife, Elka. She's amazing, isn't she? Okay. So who is a model of possibility? Does everyone have a model of possibility? It doesn't have to be a human being that's alive. A model of possibility for me is Yeshua. Okay. The model of possibility might be Gandhi, might be Mother Teresa, might be Elon Musk about his, innovation. Who is a model of possibility? I'm going to invite everyone to pick one model of possibilities. Everybody got one? Okay. So actually, let me share with you what's about to happen. Thumbs up. Everybody got their model of possibility? Nelson Mandela. That's an awesome one. So here's what's going to happen in a moment. Let me guide you through teach it to you real quick, and then I'm going to guide you through it. In a moment, you're going to go into the old belief for the very last time. I'm going to go into that. I'm not a good business person, or I'm not smart enough, or whatever it is. I'm going to go into it for the last time, and I'm going to feel, where is that sensory feeling in my body? I'm going to notice what I see, hear, and feel. I'm going to experience it for the last time. And then on the count of 3, I'm going to step out of it. And I'm going to guide you to step out of it. And when you step out of it, the you on the screen is doing the old limiting belief. See, he's got that little look on his face. He's about to transform it. You know what I mean? It's about to be transformed. So you're going to feel it, experience it, and then you're going to step out of it. And when you step out of it, you're going to shake your body. You're going to go neutral. And then the new empowering, okay? The new empowering model of possibility is going to show up on the stage. How easily can you guys imagine? It's just as easy as imagining a screen before you and in front of you. Pretty easy. Okay. All right. So I've given you enough little steps guidance. How about I just guide you through? There's more steps, but I'm just going to guide you through it every step of the way. Are you ready? All right. So what's the old limiting belief? Say it out loud so you can hear it for the last time. And actually, before we start, have a little sip of water so you're ready to. Water is the element of the subconscious mind. As you're drinking water, you can think of every cell in your being purified and liberated. Cheers. Okay. All right. So state the old belief. And you can say it like this. In the past, I had this belief. And just say it. So here's my question, my dear friends. Are you ready to let it go? Right here and right now. And to be fully aware of it consciously, yes or no? Okay, so noticing where you are, either sitting or standing right now. Go ahead and just gently, just close your eyes. And go ahead and inhale 3 deep, rejuvenating breaths. Deep breath in. As you inhale a deep breath in, just allow the breath, the prana, the chi. In Hebrew, they call the ruach, the life force, to fill every cell of your being. You can even pause between the breaths for a moment, just honoring the space between the breaths. It's like with music, it's the space between the notes. that makes the music. And then as you exhale, just gently blow the air through your lips so you have a slow, long exhalation. Slow, long exhalation. You're bringing all of your awareness, all of your presence into this moment. Another deep, cleansing, rejuvenating breath. Deep breath in. Honoring the space between the breaths, and in your own time and in your own rhythm. When you're ready, just gently blow the air through your lips. Slow, long exhalation. And another deep cleansing breath. Just feel that rejuvenating breath. Your eyes are closed, your soft gaze. And as you exhale, just blow the air through your lips. And notice how easily you can think of that old limiting belief just for a moment, for the very last time. And as you think of that old limiting belief, do you have a picture? So just notice, is there sensory quality in your body? Because on the count of 3, you're going to step out of it, and we're going to put that old belief up on the screen. On the count of 3, 1, getting ready to step out of it. 2, and now 3, go. So now notice before you and in front of you is a movie screen. And you are observing this movie screen before you and in front of you. Can you see the old you on the screen doing the thing you used to do? Notice how easily you can see that right now. And you're over here observing the screen as the neutral observer. Notice how you observing the screen right now as the neutral observer. Notice how easily, as you observe the you on the screen, you go into a state of expansion of awareness. Feel an opening and an expansion of awareness within your body, within your consciousness, as you observe the you on the screen doing that thing that you used to do. Notice how easily you can do that. And you could just nod your head in acknowledgement that you can see that. Because on the count of 3, the model of possibility is going to come onto the screen. The model of possibility is going to come onto the screen. 1, 2, 3, model of possibility comes onto the screen. Your eyes are closed, you're doing a soft gaze in your mind's eye. Notice how easily you can see the you on the screen next to the model of possibility. And you can nod your head as you see the you on the screen next to the model of possibility. Now see the you on the screen standing the way the model of possibility stands. How is the model of possibility standing? Stand the way the model of possibility stands. How is the model of possibility breathing? Breathe the way the model of possibility breathes. Notice what you see, notice what you hear, notice what you feel, and make it bigger and brighter, crisper and clear, and feel the feelings of this new empowering belief within your body as you observe the you on the screen coming into attunement, coming into alignment with the model of possibility, standing the way the model of possibility stands, breathing the way the model of possibility breathes. Where's the model of possibility's shoulders? Notice the you on the screen, shoulders in alignment with the model of possibility. Now, what does the model of possibility believe? Because on the count of 3, you're going to turn to the model of possibility on the screen while you're observing this in a state of expanded awareness. The you on the screen is going to ask the model of possibility graciously, may I please see and feel through your eyes and your beliefs? And the model of possibility graciously says yes. And on the count of 3, notice how easily the you on the screen can quantum leap, quantum jump into the model of possibility, experiencing the new empowering beliefs from within. On the count of 3, getting ready to integrate. 1, getting ready to expand and amplify. 2, and right now 3, the you on the screen jumps into the model of possibility. Feel the expansion flowing through your body right now. Feel yourself opening in a state of expansion, breathing the way you breathe, noticing what you see, noticing what you hear, noticing what you feel, making it brighter, making it even more vivid, amplifying the colors, having it be even richer, fully panoramic all around you. And on the count of 3, we're going to take it to a peak and we're going to double it. Double the feeling of this empowering belief. 1, we're getting ready to double it. 2, we're rising it to a peak. And right now, 3, double it. Go. You're choosing this now. Yes. Taking it to a peak again. We're going to double it one more time. Feel that expansion as you breathe it in right now. How's the model of possibilities face right now, unified within you in this belief? Where's your body in this state? Where's your energy in this state? Where's your shoulders in this state? How are you breathing in this state? Take it to a peak. We're going to double it right now. Ready? 1, 2, 3, double it. Go. There you go. Yes. Breathe that in. Breathe that in. Notice how good it feels. That's right. So on the count of 3, you're going to jump out of the model of possibility. 1, 2, 3, still on the screen, jumping out of the model of possibility, feeling the full integration of the physiology, the frequency, the energy of this new empowering belief flowing through every cell in your being right here and right now. And you can turn to the model of possibility and just bow a thank you, like a thank you, namaste. And you can feel the energy with you in the model of possibility. Just that energy is cleared. They're connected up in the divine, and so are you connected up in the divine. And on the count of 3 now, we're going to merge with the you on the screen. Only as quickly as this empowering physiology, this expansive awareness, this breath, this new empowering possibility integrates right here and right now within every cell of your being. So we're getting ready to merge. 1, merging with the you on the screen. 2, feeling the feelings. And now 3, merge, go. That's right. Breathe it in. Feel the power in the breath as you inhale with your lungs, feeling the frequency of this new empowering belief integrating right here and right now within every cell of your being as you inhale it in. And notice how good it feels. As you inhale, and you could exhale out. So now notice how easily you can think of a specific time in the future. Think of a specific time in the future, maybe like a week from now, or maybe in a few days, in the context that you've decided. In the past, something else may have been there, but now you have this new empowered belief, this new feeling. What's different? You could just nod your head as you feel. It's like you nod your head in acknowledgement of what's different. And now notice how easily you can think of another time in the future. Think of another time. Maybe like a week from now or 2 weeks from now. Context of business or your personal life, whichever context you chose. In the past, something else may have been there, but now you have this. What's different? Notice what's different in light of this expanded awareness. Feeling the feeling in your body temple. of this new empowering belief. What's different? Whisper it into the space or speak it into the space. What's different? Just one or two words. Declare what's different. And now notice how easily you can think of another time in the future. Maybe a few weeks from now, or a couple months from now, in your business or in your personal life, whichever context you chose. Go ahead and nod your head when you have a specific future event you're thinking of, a future memory. Go ahead and float out into that future memory, into that future event, as if it's happening right now. Go into it fully and completely in consciousness. Go into that future event, breathing the way you breathe, standing the way you stand, observing the way you observe. Go into it fully and completely in your state of expanded awareness right here and right now. In the past, something else may have been there, but now you have this. What's different? Speak it into the space. What's different? Inhale a deep breath in, knowing that this powerful activation is going to continue integrating all day long, all night long, all weekend long. It's going to continue to integrate, continue to evolve in alignment with your highest purpose at the highest level of excellence, activating the next level of your creativity, your success, and your evolution, knowing that it is done. Just breathe it in. And as you exhale, you can open your eyes feeling rejuvenated and refreshed, and share in the chats real quick what's different in light of your new empowering belief. What is different? Janet says, I am clear, confident, and able. What is different? I have purpose, more calm. What is different? Breakthrough, Paul, I love it. Paul, so good to be with you. We got breakthroughs in the house. Veronica, breakthrough, I see clearly. Awesome, a new normal. Yes, a new standard. Confidence, calm, clarity. I am back in the game. Yes, you are. I am unstoppable. Confidence and more for sure. I am healthy. Oh, that one came as a direct message. Shining my light. Power. There you go, Rafael. Clarity in thoughts, words, and actions. A new standard. So it is. So it is. So witness each other. There's a reason why every ceremony has a witness. I am witnessing you right now. I am witnessing you in the next stage of your embodied, empowering belief and your evolution. The next stage of your success and fulfillment. Awesome. Goose pimples. I call them God bumps. God bumps. Yes, ma'am. I've already won. The universe is catching up. Woo-hoo-hoo. So it is. Yes. Fantastic. I feel relaxed. Okay. I would love to open up and have a few shares. How many of us would love to share? Have some time to share. Here's one of the challenges. We're out of time for our main session, but we are going to share. We're going to go to the VIP room in a moment, not just yet. In the VIP room, we're going to begin with some shares. So we have an opportunity to debrief learnings, insights, new awarenesses, distinctions. Team is going to drop the link for the VIP room. If you're not yet in the VIP room, do yourself a favor. Click that link right now and invest $97, okay? It's going to be life-changing to invest that $97 because we're going to have time to slow down. How many of you could tell we were going pretty fast today? We're going at God's speed, the speed of grace, all right? The speed of grace, the God speed to infinity. So as we go into the VIP room, we're going to have a moment to pause, open up the chats to really be present with each one's learnings, new awarenesses, distinctions. We're going to have an opportunity to debrief. Then I'm going to guide VIP through advanced processes. I'm going to guide a very powerful technique, as I mentioned earlier. If you're not yet in the VIP room, you definitely want to be in there, especially because tomorrow I am going to be guiding a new, even if you've been with me forever, this is a new one. I'm going to be guiding a new guided visualization, activation, meditation for you to be able to attune with your highest self, the highest light that you are within all creation, the highest light that is you, and to merge, to unify with your empowered self, your highest self, your future self, your authentic self. That is going to be happening in the VIP room tomorrow. And it's going to be a guided visualization with music in the background and all of this to allow you to really drop into the experience. So the teams dropped the link right there. And before we bounce to the VIP room, a couple quick announcements. First, share with me, if you were to encapsulate in 1 or 2 words, where's your energy right now? Where's your frequency? Share with me in the chats. Where is your frequency? Yes, and the other thing about the VIP is the VIP gets all the replays. The VIP has an amazing teaching that is advanced that we're about to do. The VIP also has a new digital product that is called Supreme Confidence. It is an amazing digital product to transform doubt into self-confidence. The VIP room has a dashboard with all of these beautiful graphics in their dashboard, and the VIP has all the replays forever. So you definitely huge value there. So share with me in 1 or 2 words, how you feeling? Let's see. Hi. Okay, that's great. I love it. Calm, high vibration, high, enabled, full. Fantastic. Okay, everyone. So before we head over to the VIP room, I've got just 3 quick announcements. Carmen, do you have those dates? And we could put, I'm going to give you a few dates, 3 dates that I would like you to put on your calendar of exciting things that we have coming up. And we're going to talk about them tomorrow. Okay. And they'll give you details tomorrow. And tomorrow we also have giveaways. Who's feeling lucky? We got giveaways. We got prizes. We've got all kinds of awesome things. So the first date that I'm going to invite you all to put down, and we're not putting links for this right now. We're going to give these to you tomorrow. The first date is my signature course, Supreme Influence in Action, SIA. And Supreme Influence in Action, and we'll put the dates on the screen in just a moment. There it is. It's July 12th, 13th, and 14th. And SIA will completely transform the way you think, speak, and live. People describe their life before and after SIA. It's that significant. And it's the 12th, 13th, and 14th. And it's going to be a live virtual experience like this, but it's all day. So we go from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So this gives you the full, and those of you that have been to SIA, you can put it in the chats. You're a graduate of SIA. See, Ghislaine, I see you there. It's so wonderful to see you. I love SIA. It's amazing. SIA is life-changing. Okay, so put those dates down. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. The next one that we have is Neogenesis. Neogenesis is happening in Cancun, and it is happening both in person in Cancun at a 5-star resort, just like 15 minutes from the airport, right on the beach. And we're also going to be doing a virtual experience as well. So it'll be both. We encourage you to come in person though, because it's awesome to be virtual, but how awesome is it going to be in this amazing all-exclusive resort where we're going to deep dive into this transformational experience. So it's November 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. And for those of you that come live, we have an amazing package we'll talk about tomorrow because it's going to be all inclusive. And we do have virtual, as I shared. And the final dates that I do want to mention, because we're almost sold out, we've only got a couple seats left on this one, is I'm taking a group to Bali on an epic spiritual adventure of a lifetime. And that is happening August 5th through the 14th. Okay. So if you'd love to go, thank you, Carmen. We could take those slides down. If you'd love to go on an adventure that's going to be a memory that you will cherish for your entire life, those are the 3 amazing experiences. Some of you are already going. Who's going to Bali with me? Let me take a look. Or who's been to Bali or who's going to Bali? Awesome. It's going to be fabulous. Okay. Who's coming to Cancun? Let's take a look. Okay. Fantastic. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. I love you all so much. How was your day? Give me some final thoughts before we bounce out of this room into the VIP room. Okay. So it's a joy to be with you. It's an honor to be with you. I want you to remember that today has set the stage for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to go into the next level. We're going into activations. We're going into, and when I say activation, it's like activating every cell in your body in attunement with this new empowering belief and the vision of your highest self. We're going to be doing an activation in the main session. And like I said, we're going to be doing an advanced activation in the VIP room. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Drop the VIP links and we're going to do a 5 minutes and then we're getting started in the VIP room, and make sure you're bright and early tomorrow. We've got a powerful teaching in store, and go share on social media, because some of the prizes that we're going to give is going to be based on the enthusiasm we see on social media. So this session is broadcasted live. You're still able to invite your friends and family for tomorrow because it is a free event. It's a complimentary event. Go give some love to those social media channels. And based on the love on social media, we're going to pick some people that are being generous with their shares, and we're going to be generous with our gifts. How about that? Okay. I can't wait to be with you. We'll see you in 5 minutes in the VIP room, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Infinite love and blessings. Thank you so much. Unmute yourself and let us hear your voices.
Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Niurka. Thank you,
Awesome.
Niurka. Love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Niurka.
Excellent.
Thanks, Niurka.
Happy weekend.
Ciao.
Hey.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Mm. So, yeah.
Peggy. It's God speaking. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Doreen.